story time. When I was a young stand-up comedian, I was invited to audition for Last Comic Standing, the TV show that was sort of like American Idol for stand-ups. I went into my audition, which was just a bunch of producers and me, and started my routine. And after about 6 seconds, one of the producers went, "That's enough." And I went, "What's the problem?" They said, "Well, we already have enough of your type," which I imagine they mean fat guys. And I said, "Oh, really?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right." And I walked off and I figured that was the end of it. And some months later, the episode aired, and all of a sudden my phone started to blow up with people texting me like, "Oh my God, Jay, that was brutal." And I was like, "What was brutal?" They were like, "I think you know, Last Comic Standing. Oh boy, why didn't you tell us?" So I went and tracked down the episode, and here's what happened. There was a montage of all the comics that were rejected from the show, and I was one of them, except it was me walking out, starting my routine like I did, and then it cut to Richard Belzer, one of the judges on the show, who was not there when I auditioned. And he says, "Oh my God, that was wonderful. You're in." And then it cuts back to me going, "Really?" And then it cuts back to him going, "No, not really." And then I walked off, and it was played off like a joke, like a really mean joke against me, except the joke never really happened. Listen, this is reality TV. That's the way it goes. I hate to burst your bubble, but a lot of it's just generated in post, okay? There's a lot of editing that happens, whatever. The reason why I bring this story up is because the ending of the Phillies game, the almost comeback that the Phillies made in the ninth inning, kind of felt like that Richard Belzer really. Kind of felt like a little bit of hope, even though I know that there shouldn't have been any hope because I was there. I knew that there was no hope. But still, when someone goes, "You've made it," you feel just a little bit of hope. And then he goes, "No, not really." And then you walk off like the Phillies did tonight. So, yeah, rough loss, guys. Rough loss.